Hello. Today I am excited to speak on a subject very close to my heart. Today, I will speak on inclusion and why it is important. What is inclusion? Inclusion is the state of belonging to a group. When you are a person like myself, who has special needs, it means naturally belonging with those who do not have special needs. At school, when a student who has special needs is placed in a regular class with those who do not have special needs, this is inclusion. My focus today is inclusion at school. Based on my experience alone, I will tell you why inclusion is so particularly important. As this most unusual school year comes to an end, I cannot help but reflect back to when I was a student at school too. The number one most important way my school life has shaped me into who I am today is inclusion. Inclusion shapes lives. When I first started school, back in junior kindergarten, I was placed in a regular class. I was learning. I was thriving. I made instant friends right away. In my inclusive classes, my classmates treated me like an equal member. Because I was naturally an equal member of the class, I grew up with these students. Some of them, all the way up to grade 12. Inclusion makes all students equal with one another. Throughout elementary school, I was an inclusive student with my school-aged peers in every single one of my classes. From junior kindergarten to grade 8, my place as a student at school was rightly confirmed in a regular classroom, where I naturally belonged. Natural inclusion. As a student who happens to have special needs, I had a variety of educational resource workers assigned throughout elementary school. The educational resource workers provided me with the one-on-one support I required to be an active, inclusive, and safe student throughout the school day. Educational resource workers make inclusion possible. In my regular class, in my gym class, and at recess, the educational resource workers helped me to participate equally in all aspects of school life with my fellow students. The physiotherapists and occupational therapists that came to the school to consult were excellent. As a result, I engaged in gym class to the best of my ability, and my classmates were wonderfully supportive of me in our gym classes. Throughout elementary school and all the way through my many years in high school too, I participated in gym class every year and I loved it very much. Physiotherapists and occupational therapists work with teachers and educational resource workers to help include and engage students with special needs to remain active at school. As a result of inclusion, I made many friends. Some of my oldest, dearest friendships today started when I was in junior kindergarten. My friends throughout elementary school were awesome. They included me, and I included them. The grade 8 educational trip for 3 memorable days and 2 nights was so much fun. We all traveled together in an inclusive bus that had an accessible lift. It was the best bus experience of my school life. The transportation of choice is an accessible inclusive bus. My transition to high school was very smooth. Like my elementary school friends, I was emotionally ready for higher education too. While a student in high school, I continued to be an inclusive student. I made even more new friends. Inclusion fosters normal emotional growth. My friends from school treated me like a regular student who happens to have special needs. Today, I still hang out with some of these friends. We are all growing up, leading our different paths, but our common ground growing up continues to root our friendships. I wholeheartedly treasure all my friendships. Inclusion develops friendships. As a result of inclusion, I developed positive self-esteem because I felt equal to all my peers. Inclusion promotes equality amongst students. In high school, my inclusive learning was wonderful. Each one of my teachers, in all of my many classes, throughout high school, embraced inclusive education. I learned so much from all my teachers. They all treated me very well, like a regular student. I did many class assignments in front of the class. Some assignments I did with classmates, while the majority I did on my own in front of the class. Inclusive education helped me to grow in my self-confidence. It nurtured my positive self-esteem, and it helped me to build on the skills I use today as a public speaker. Inclusion encourages positive self-esteem. Today, I am fortunate to be a motivational public speaker who visits and inspires both elementary and high school students. I attribute my success to these wonderful inclusive-minded high school teachers and my professional high school educational resource worker, Miss Alvarez. Collectively, they all help to educate me to the best of my ability. Inclusion sparks lifelong personal and academic growth. A normal inclusive environment at school, at home, and in society has helped to make me feel comfortable with who I am, just as I am. It naturally planted my place in society that includes everyone. It helped to build my self-confidence. And it has beautifully helped to shape me into the person I am proud to be today. Inclusion shapes lives for the better. Like everyone else, I was born to live my life to the fullest. I was born, therefore I belong. I received a lot of help at school because I asked for the help I needed. My belief in myself to learn alongside my school-aged peers was the most natural decision of my life. To be included, or not to be. Always. But always include. Thank you for listening. Please consider subscribing.